Hi guys, it's Randy. We're trying this out in my new studio. Anyways, here's Wednesday. Wednesday's pretty clever. Do you like him? Oh, I forgot his big up bed, but we're not gonna worry about that. The lights on the top are gonna have a really nice configuration. So I like that slope on those. Those are expensive. Keep in mind, this is a 1997 vintage Tamiya Aeromax Ford body. You probably saw that when I took it off. But it's almost got a complete interior. It's got a full interior. Looks good. Let's try out the new lighting. So I should get the whole thing closer to you, huh? Let's do that. So we're going to talk about wiring today, I believe. Hold on. Let's get that seat out of there. Let's get what I've made of this piece out of here. Two screws for the interior, that's not bad. Almost dropped that one. Okay, stayed in. So that's what I have so far. I started with just like one piece, cover the motor. I still have a lot of work to do, as you saw. Inside the truck, the electronics are mounted. We do have servo winch, speed control, receiver, motor, all on one side. The winch, I have a cool idea. I'm gonna, on my little mini lathe, I'll turn down some brass bushings to where it's a real nice through, even though the winch pulls at an angle. I'll just tie down that plastic tubing and have a real nice brass inlet. So the winch will work normal. It'll come out the fair lead at the front. Sounds good. Yep. The side flares are working out great. Let's get that screw out of there. I gotta get that screw. There we go. Okay. This has turned out good. This one corner here, I kind of want to come inside, create a triangle piece, and then glue that in, of course. Sand off down to it, because once it goes in, and about where the driver needs to sit, which he's got plenty of leg room, the seat needs to get bigger. Alright, I get it, and I still need a driver figure. If anybody has an idea for a driver figure, let me know. Alright, so we got the seat, the light. It's awesome. The interior. All the wires are coming around this way. I do have the battery's in it right now. The battery's in, and I have, let's see if I can turn this. I have a kink in the wire. Okay, what that does, scoop that up. As you can see, none of the wire is complete, but now it doesn't even want to work. It's on camera, it's nervous, don't worry. There we go. So now it's it's 97 Ford Aeromax. I think it's pretty bad. I do like it. You can see where I have a pencil line up and around the side here, and it does come up and it hits, which I don't want to lose all that suspension. So from RPP Hobby, I ordered some wideners. They're 0.6 on both sides, so about 3/4 of an inch almost, and they have disc brakes on the inside. So those will be in a week or so. So we'll widen the truck out just a touch on the wheelbase, or in the wheel width, I guess. The bumper, seeing how it is going to be a front load, change the battery, put the battery back in, put it back in, the lights come back on, stuff it all back in the nose of the truck, close the body. So a couple hinges in the back, a couple magnets in the front, should be good. Yeah, this side didn't snap. Yeah, let's bring you over here for a second. I just have too many wires in the way at this point. It's not wired yet. Interior is definitely a work in progress, but once all the wires sit down in here, I'm going to put the body back on, battery plug included. There we go. And I didn't put the seat in, sorry guys. But the interior is looking good. I can still see that black battery in there. And I can see through the front fenders. But the fenders have to go on, so we're going to work on those too. Like up in here, just coming out of this, flare them out like a Ford fender, be done with it. However, I don't like that pencil line that's on the other side. This pencil line, you can see it here. That's where the tire actually does go up to. So I don't want to cut that off. What I want to do is just widen that out a touch, and we'll make the fenders anyways. So that's the new plan. And if I have to cut it off, you know what, I'll cut it off. The body's still not sitting on it, right? There we go. So it's not as drastic now. Yeah. Okay, you can see where I'm going with that right there. That is not good news. Not good to the body. Like in theory, I would be losing half of my travel if I just fendered it right there. So we're going to fix that. And I'm not scared, we're going to keep moving on. This vintage windshield, I can't get the body to sit on there right. There we go. Okay. Vintage windshield. I have a plan for the vintage windshield. I have a guy that does smartphone screens, and some are flexible and some are not, and he can master this. So we're gonna take out that vintage windshield. We're gonna do it with a breakable window screen, which will be just totally awesome. Don't worry, I'll get more than one. And scale realism at that point. So let's come in here. Is there anything we missed? Let's put the light back on. Let's put it on this corner. So the LEDs are going to come up through that. LEDs up in this front corner. Probably dual by dual. And the bumper will drop down to where when I flip up the body, I can still change the battery. Like, it's close. You can see the frame rails. We'll just drop the battery down to clear the body. And I can see it being the wires in the way. But you can see what I'm talking about. We'll just drop that bumper down right there in the center. Continue it around. It'll be a steel bumper. Steel rear. I don't have the pickup bed here. That's okay. But it has a pickup bed. It's not complete. It comes all the way out. We'll be nipping the frame rails front and rear. And if we do both front and rear and nip the frame rails, then we've got to be careful that we stay 3/4 of an inch in front of the axles and behind the axles. So if you look at the rear, it's about, we leave the axial logo. So we leave the logo, nip off that, and we're still well. And same thing with the front. I'm just gonna nip that off. This thing's gonna be so awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I hope it's ready by Axial Fest. Woo!